I'm in the gym. This is your get set right again. Let's do this. I'm sorry, yo. This room refused to be. Alright, this is your get set ready again. I'm going to start this cardio. Um, I'm just adding. I'm so sorry, this. Alright. I am hoping this is going to do the trick. Alright. So today we're going to start on the. Today we are going to start on the cardio on the treadmill, and I've been here for a while now. Sorry, my phone was out of current. I didn't have enough battery. Um, Currently my phone, my battery wasn't fully charged, and I was on the first set on the climber, and now I'm on the treadmill, and now hopefully from the treadmill we can proceed. But this is Sarah again. Right now I'm just at 8 minutes 17 seconds, which of course I was just trying to set up things. But join me on my walk this morning. It was my running and my exercise routine for the day. If you don't have a treadmill in your house, you can start walking outside, which of course I do all the time. And just step one place over and over. Just put your body into some exercise routine that will give you benefit for the day or whatever, to help your mental health and your overall health, physical health, and that of your medical health. Join me. Before we get started, it is 1.1 mph, 9 minutes, and this is the amount of calories. So We're just going to start right now. Again, if you don't have a treadmill, you can stay one place and, you know, walk with me. Come on my journey. All right. Remember, exercise is not more about the energy you put in. The consistency, that's what matters. Follow the consistency based on your ability to do that particular thing. It's very much helpful. Yes. Come on. All right. So, normally when I get off work, I usually double my clothes, as most people see. Yes, I double those clothes because when I get to the gym, I shouldn't be working out in my uniform. It's very much uncomfortable. At some point, I have to take off my uniform pants or my pants and, you know, use my exercise clothing, appropriate clothing, that will help me through the movement to make my exercise routine easy. So let's go. You start your walk. Remember, whenever you start, make sure you start to warm up. You warm up your work while you enter into your once your heart rate starts to increase, you can enter into brisk walking, and then if you're prone, you love to running, enter into running. So if you're not at running level yet, just start to walk at your pace, not at the next person pace, but at your pace, and what make you comfortable. Once you stay consistent, that's what matters. We are at 12 minutes 26 seconds. Okay. Just keep on walking. Make sure you keep your hands forward. As you move your hands, you help elevate the heart muscles, the heart level, and the blood that pumps will flow efficiently. So you're not only working your lower body, because a treadmill is not compared to when you're running outdoor. It's not compared. So you were running outdoor, so you want to make your body flexible and firm enough to get the results you want. All right, I'm going to increase on 3.9 mph. I'm going to increase to 4.1 mph, 13.54 seconds. We are at 14 minutes 0.8 seconds. We're going to keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Minutes 36 seconds. If you do not have a treadmill, just bounce. Like walk in your home. You can stay in one place and do it and hip hop, or you can walk in your living room, or you can walk outdoor. Outdoor is the best because it gives you exactly what you need. You know, the fresh air and everything. I love to do that early, like late in the evening. Not like this time of the day, which is good. But I prefer to do it early morning or late evening. Now we are 15 minutes for the full second, 4.1 mph. I'm going to increase this to 4.3 mph at 15 minutes 54 seconds. As you can see, the more I increase, the more my legs tends to keep moving, and the more I have to increase my velocity of walking. Keep on. For mothers, if you as you move your arms, it also creates therapy to your legs, to your vascular area, your mama glands. You also have to lift out. So if your mama glands is drop after nursing your kid, it also helps. Exercise is part of you, and your breast going to increase, going to lift a little more, then they're going to avoid your breast dropping. It will help to lift up your breast because you're going to be exercising that part of your body. And it also helps with your arms. If you get fatty arms like me, my own of course, it's the heavy lifting. It's the muscles. It's the muscles. But normally my arms is a lot of flesh. If you move your arms, it helps you with the fat. So we're going to go to increase this back to 4.5 mph from 4.3 at 17 minutes 28 seconds. As you can see, the more I increase the mph, the more I have to walk faster. That will launch me into running. Okay, I'm increasing 4.6 mph to 19.14 seconds. now in place walking. I'm going to increase it from 4.6 to 4.8 mph at 19.56 seconds. As you can see, I'm speeding up. Once it's harder for me to walk this long, to stress my leg, I have no choice to run. Never leap forward, okay? I'm going to 5.4. Okay. 95.0 mph at 1 minute 0 seconds. Okay. It helps when you keep your back straight, your head forward. If you run it, it makes you run longer. And you put your mind on the part of your body that you want to. Especially those who depress, have anxiety. Don't put your mind on the problem that frustrates you. If it does that, you might get tired and overwhelmed. It's good you try to shift your mind, either thinking about your body or focus on your breathing or your legs. It helps create the neural connections to reduce the stress level. If you prefer walking, keep walking. If you prefer running, keep running. You want to run at a pace you can tolerate. Make sure you run or walk at the pace. If you choose to walk at your level, your resistance level, the one you can tolerate, not the next person, because you want to stay consistent. The goal is the consistency. This is just jogging. Jog at your pace or walk at your pace. Keep on going. This is moderate. Stay at your moderate pace. The one that will keep you going for the longest time. You don't, if you know your level is at 1 or 2, don't go to 5 or 6. If you not succeed, you will get tired. And when you get tired, you won't do it next time. Remember, it's the consistency. If you feel tired, reduce your level. It's a consistent. Example, if you're at 2 and you feel tired, reduce it to 1. It will give you some resting time. You need a 1 or 2, and it breaks, that's okay. You can slow down, but just don't stop completely. Go forward, concentrate on your breathing. And keep moving. Reduce the pace at your level. Keep going. And then I'm in this. Only a second. your feet. The burns in my hips. Keep going. If you're tired, reduce your speed level. If you know you rested, increase your speed level. If you're tired, you reduce speed level. $30 minutes. Keep going. 55 seconds. Focus your thoughts on your breathing. You need to increase it. You need to decrease your speed level. Do everything at your own pace. Keep going. Keep going. All right. We have 33 minutes, 21 seconds. Keep going. 34 minutes. 0 second. 0 second. And in Chisha, running differently. Because you know when you run outside, it's different level of running. When you run in nature, that's why I love to run outside. Because you're sweaty, but you're not feeling hot, you know. The temperature outside, the cold breeze make you feel better and you go faster. You can have fun with it. You can go slow. make sure you keep your head focused and your back straight. You look forward. It helps you last longer. You run at your pace. You can jog. You can do brisk walk. You can run slow or walk slow. 35 minutes, 56 seconds. The goal is 40 minutes. By the time we reach 3 more minutes to 40, we start to cool down. All right, 37 minutes now, 0 seconds. So we're going to cool down because we need to cool down 3 minutes towards the end of the run. So yeah, we will cool down at 37 minutes and 4 seconds. I reduced the MPH to 3.6. We didn't go much. This is the math so far we've done. And this, believe me, I'll take on a run outside on Saturday, like I always do. And then you will see 37 minute run outdoor, where you will achieve more than on the treadmill. Because by the time you're 37 minutes, you have run almost like 4 or 5 miles. You have run like 4 or 5 miles. Most of the time I run like 9, 10 miles at most. If I'm running less, it will be between 5 or 7 miles outdoor. I achieve that within 30 to 40 minutes. If I get up to 7 or 8 miles, 1 hour. Because you're running more distance, your legs sinking faster, and you're not realizing it. By the time you run to where you want to go and come back, in more than 2-3 miles, and your heart rate and your heart pump blood faster, you feel a lot better than on the treadmill. The treadmill is good. It's just substitution. If you want to reduce fat faster, common walking outside give you a huge benefit than the treadmill. The treadmill is good though. I'm not saying it's bad. But running outdoor or walking outdoor is a lot better than using the treadmill for everyday exercise. Okay. Cool down, up to 40 minutes. We're almost there. I'm got to go do some heavy lifting. I already did my climbing. Unfortunately, my phone was in charge. Sorry, from the previous life. I kind of ran out of current. So I apologize to everyone that was on that page. And I connected this one, but my phone was not Your charge. But then I started with a claymore machine. That will give you the sweat you need in a little bit of 10 minutes. So if you put in like 20 minutes, you'll be good. All right. Now, let's see what this gives us. Well, 40 minutes. This is the amount of calories so far. I kind of cool down on 3.6 mph, 2.49 mass, which is little for me. For some other people, it's a huge thing to even reach 1 match, which is great. You are doing awesome. I will tell you, fitness is not everybody. Everybody is not on the same page. Start where you are and start working today, and do not compare yourself with the next person, because by the time you know that once you stay consistent, you achieve your goal you want to achieve. So I'm going to quiet down now. Doing this an hour would have been very nice if there were more meaning, but let's do the other one, which will take a while too. I got all stuff to do, so I just work out. I don't play my workout. I play my workout. I come work out, but it's not like I have to stay in here because there's other things to do as well. So I'm going to reduce this slowly. As you can see, it's reducing now. It just reduced the flow of the calories. Now it's going to change slowly, because when I'm running faster, when this one is high, this run based on the mph. The calories increase based on the mph. So I'm reducing the time. Okay. As you can see, this is the increment level. If you want to run like you're running on the hill, it will give you more benefit with calorie as well. You increase the increment level. That will put more pressure on you as you run on the treadmill. You can still get a good result for running the treadmill. But me, I like outdoor. I love outdoor naturally. I play the piano. I love to go outdoor. I love to do a lot of fun things. So I prefer outdoor. Okay. Let's slow down. As you see it, slowing down. Okay. And now let's go and do our, that is one finish. We're on 2. Okay. Let's go. Okay. 0.5 mph. You see how slow the treadmill is moving? Slow. When you get into exercise consistently, you will fall in love with it. And when you can become addicted to exercise, trust me, you will be like you don't want to do nothing else but run or exercise. But it's good to be addicted to good thing than bad thing, right? Okay. So since this cannot go more than 0.5, we're going to stop, pause, and this one says stop. See summary of the exercise: 44 minutes 15 seconds is the time. The average pace 120.0. The lowest pace is 3.4 mph, and the speed 5.0 mph. My heart rate, the lowest, so 160. 160 is the lowest. So when you really run elite, if I do the program on this machine, it takes you almost like 140 something. But it depends how many you well. Okay, I didn't do any high increment level, so this is the calories burn, and this is the mass. All right, guys, here go to the next level. All right. I'm excited. This is my best spot. All right. Make sure you clean the machine. Make sure you clean behind you to not spread germs from one person to another person. So you know all of the viruses around and virus, diseases, bacterial infection doesn't say, hello, what is your name? I'm coming to visit. They go to whoever they wants to go to. So make sure you clean behind you for the next person. All right. Let's see it. I want one of these balls. I'm going to take this one. Uh-oh. This my body's then. All right. Let's see. What do I want in there? All right. Let me grab these, my friend. All right. All right. Let me go for the mat. We need to go for our mat because I'm tired. School closed, by the way, this weekend. By this time, I'm like in school. Oh. Trying to earn a degree in law, so I'm almost there. All right, guys. I think we're let me see the better place. Excuse me, are you using this? Good. Okay, thank you. No, me bring this closer. Alright guys. I'm sorry with my chew gum. This is my bad behavior with the chew gum, but it's so helpful. It put gas in your belly, but let's see. I don't want to do this way or this way. Last time was okay. I'm trying to place this, okay? I'm trying to see how this would be. Sorry for the inconvenience, but let's see how to make this work. Okay, got it. Okay. All right. Now, let's start. Oh, great. Awesome. All right. I love to go to my other exercise area. Besides I don't much, but this. All right, let me see. Let me see how I can make this out of here today. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I am I'm grateful for you stopping by. This is just my third phase of the workout, and I'm going to end it here for today. And maybe later, before I head for work or something, I will hopefully invite you guys to join me on my fourth phase before I head my journey for work. In the meantime, I appreciate all of you for stopping by and hanging out with me. And I appreciate all of you for being very nice and kind and hanging out with me. Please love, share. Exercise is a good thing. If even you do a little bit here and there, it's very helpful. It relaxes your muscles, relax you from anxiety, it relaxes you from depressions, it avoids mental health issues. And if you do it ahead of time, if you're already in mental health crisis, seek your medical doctor, seek your professional healthcare professionals that is appropriate for that. But exercise routine is great. It helps to stabilize medical deficiencies. It helps with physical health. It helps. As you can see, I do many kinds. I love doing heavy lifting. Of course, I didn't do a lot of heavy lifting today. It's just most like 30 pounds, the highest I went today. But every day you can improve. I used to be 200 pounds. I used to be 200 pounds. I used to be 200 pounds. And the journey came along and I did great. And my mental health is so much better than it was 6 years ago. And that 200 pounds came off of me the very first year I put straight effort in doing exercising. Once you start to exercise, if you have a lot of craving, it cut down. Your craving cut down. If you have a lot of sugar craving, any kind of craving, it cut down. And I don't care how much different kind of craving you have. Once you start exercising, that exercise helps to reduce the craving. It helps make you sleep better. You sleep better. Once you start to exercise, you sleep better. You rest better. If you're a student, it make you concentrate better. Normally, I do exercise before I actually try to read and study. And I love to exercise before I go to sleep after work. I love to exercise whether I'm working in the day or in the night. I exercise before I do anything. Exercise is a great tool. It helps you think better. It helps you concentrate better. It helps you to not act upon your emotions. If you're angry, you're mad, you're frustrated. If you're exercising, if you're a person who exercises regularly, at least you think better through the process. Why people who do not exercise have a lot of anxieties, sometimes you think better through the process. It makes you feel better. That's a good thing about the exercise. Above all, it makes you feel better. By the time you're done running, you get that feelings of relief. It takes you away stress-free. It can be addictive, but if you're used to doing it, you might be addictive of it because it's a good addiction. Exercise is a good addiction, in my opinion. Not everybody think that way, but I think that, in my opinion, I love it because once you start exercising, you always crave for it. Your body crave for it. It wants you to make it your lifestyle. So exercise, you always want to exercise. In a week that you do not exercise, your body will definitely tell you you didn't exercise this week. Your mental health will definitely tell you didn't exercise this week. Your feelings, your emotion will definitely tell you. So this is a therapy for me. This is my fun. A lot of people do different things for fun. I take this to be part of one of my major fun. It's kind of fun. If you exercise, it helps you stabilize. Like I say, for parents, single parents out there, if you make this part of your routine as a single parent, one of your routine, trust me, That child will not be a burden on you at all. You will get a lot of, you'll be stabilized mentally to take care of your little one, to take care of your little one. When she exercise, it don't matter which kind of exercise, whether it's yoga, you can download a yoga app. You can use a yoga app. You can be right in your living room and use your yoga app to exercise. Usually I on here Thursday, Fridays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, or sometimes Sunday evening. You can pass by and join me so we can exercise together. My videos, I got a bunch of videos on YouTube. You can go back to it and decide to use it for exercise. But my single parent out there, especially my ladies, use it if it's stressful for you. And guys, use it if it needs food for you, whatever it is. Walking is exercise. Jogging is exercise. Anything that works for you is exercise. And it look like you have to do 2 hours in the gym or you have to do 4 hours walking. No, even 15 minutes of a day, you can decide to walk out with your little one. Couples, you can make them as fun with your partner. You and your partner can walk along while you're walking. You're interacting. It called connections. Once you walk with your partner while exercising, couples, it called connection. You connect with your partner when you exercise. You connect with your partner. If you decide to exercise with a partner in the gym, it's another form of intimacy. You guys can hold hands together, can exercise together. They get story. They say couples that exercise together stay longer together, right? So that's a phrase, but it is real. Both of you guys' mental health is going to be intact for couples. And single people, if you're a single man or a single woman, it just stabilizes you and put your days, you put your time and everything in order. Just think about it this way. If your mental health is in check, you think better, you fulfill a lot of good things. You think how to bring money in, you work hard to earn money. You add finances to your day, whether you are doing business, you think that with better strategies, to get more money for business, to get more money and strategies for your business to grow. You think better. If you feel, oh, I don't have time, I go to work 6 o'clock, I go to work 7 o'clock, get a 1 hour early. Before 1 hour early to your waking hour, 30 minutes early. If you're going to bed like 10 o'clock, you come from work or you come from doing your business, you get home by 10, just give yourself extra 30 minutes to do that exercise. Trust me, you will never regret it. It just matters when you start. You will never regret it. I used to be 200 pounds. And that came off me. In the first 4 months, I lose all of the fat. The next 4 months to 12 months, I started building muscles. I didn't have the thing when people say we call it bum, but the thing was my behind was, I had no behind. So I built all of this in my shape. Everything comes through the exercise I didn't know. I didn't have that. Everything was gone. You see the barbell, the 300 pounds barbell, that's why I built my muscles back with. If you go back through my videos, most of my old videos, you see I gained 6 pounds right after childbirth. I did it and I succeeded. Exercise is great. It's a life tool. It makes you better. Students, it makes you take better tests. So trust me, when you finish exercising, you take that book to read. You will read and you'll remember. When you get to go take a test in the morning, exercise. You finish exercising, relax. Your mind is better. By the time you grab that book, you think better. Everything you read, you will remember them. My working people, those who actually work, you go to work in a good mood with a lot of energy. While people is all working early in the morning, the first 2 hours of the morning is very difficult. You get all of the energy when you can work an extra minute to exercise. You get all of the energy to do it. It's going to be so hip-hop. Great. People say, I don't sleep when I exercise. Honey, if you don't sleep when you exercise immediately, exercise 1 hour early before you go to bed, 2 hours early before you go to bed. For me, I don't have issue with that. Me personally, I can exercise right and go shower. If I say I'll put me to sleep in 10 to 15 minutes time. If I say I'll sleep in less than 2 minutes time, I have no issue with that. But some people say, and they get theory according to study have proven that people it's not good that you exercise immediately before you go to bed. Yes, that's what theoretical say. That's what research says, right? But practically, me personally, when I exercise, I go to bed 2 to 3 minutes, less than 10. I'm going to sleep. So I don't know because I did not do the studies, I did not do the research. I don't have issue with that. So those who have issue with exercising immediately in the sleep, I would say exercise a little bit early, and then when your body cool down later on, you'll go to sleep if you have that issues. But for me, I don't. If you, I'm not saying exercise is going to replace your medical care or your psychiatric care. What I'm saying, you can still go to your doctor and meet all of your needs medically and mentally. But what I'm saying is that exercise is a good thing. It's therapeutic for me. If you got to go to therapy, physical therapy, it's good. Keep going. If you got to go to mental health therapy, it's good. Keep going. But exercise is just a routine for me, and I love doing it. And I love you all for joining me on this journey to accomplish this missions. I want my postpartum mothers who are suffering from postpartum, women who went to the hospital and gave birth to children and have issues and just come home with all those stress and, with additionally with you meeting the doctors, medical care, because I know you'll get your medical care routine. Just put this exercise in. Just when you bring that baby from the hospital, once you heal, you're approved by your doctor, get it going. Start moving your body. It's going to heal you faster. You're going to get better. The newborn fathers, the fathers who just gave birth to children, join your wife. Additionally, it will stabilize you guys. You guys will be great, and your family will be awesome. So I appreciate everyone for stopping by. This is your guest, Sarah, again. I usually add music though. I write music. And then music, I'm going back in the studio. The last time I did music was 2019. I have put on 2020. I'm going back in the studio, hopefully before the end of this year. Or this time around, I'll see if I can recycle music. The world changing. So I appreciate you all for coming back. All of my friends and lovers, thank you for stopping by. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, please share the videos for those who need it. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you for taking your time and hanging out with your guest. Have a great and pleasant day.